Anyway, I thought I'd better do a devlog before I get too carried away on this. So, it just kind of changed. Tons of changes. I took away the grid movement because it was kind of part of the original system, so this is more of a first-person style controller. But if I right-click, it kind of goes into like the mouse mode, and I can still play with things. This thing here, actually, I was playing with treasure chests and stuff. So don't mind this box. I mean, I can access it through either way. If I click on it, it's just going to give me some stuff. I'm going to put that on. I wanted to go show a bit of the combat. There's been so many changes. Obviously the town and the movement and stuff. Been lots in the dungeons. I've brought in a quest system, slowly working on that. It's still a ways away. There's a highlight system for interacting with various things. Got a little bit of a lag spike with my streaming right now. In the build, doing a build that is totally gone. But there is a dialogue system and so forth, which of course branched into having a quest system, which is where I'll show you some of the combat. Now with that said, like I've got a time of day system, hunger system. So this little rat, he's just going to stay here, and he's going to be part of the kind of like the beginning tutorial on combat. That's kind of why he's here. So combat wise, I mean, there's been some changes here. Like we have a bar showing kind of what state you're currently in. The other thing is I've broken the attacks into 4 categories depending on the situation you're in. So the first category is kind of more of items and stuff, and then you have a defensive, regular attacks, and aggressive. So ultimately what it is, so if you have actions that are, maybe they don't do an attack, you have to just turn around because you've gotten yourself into a bad position or something along those lines, or items and stuff, it'll come up in this category. The defensive ones tend to have lower bonuses to hit damage, but obviously more bonuses to your defenses. Like they can all have bonuses kind of going all over the place, but it focuses more on defensive attacks and defensive chains and defensive special attacks. The enemies, it shows up what they're doing. There's bleeding effects and various things. The regular attacks focus more on hitting, not on defense or on damage. The aggressive ones are actually kind of like doing a 50-50 risk and reward. They tend to have bonuses to damage. They have negatives to your defenses. Holy fuck, that's the fan on my thing. That's crazy. And yeah, but they typically have the option of that when you attack, so you can do some pretty decent damage with them, like pretty solid damage, and they can lead to some pretty good combos. But if you miss during those attacks, they'll pretty much default putting you back facing, which in most cases you don't have an attack. Now some weapons have an attack from back facing, some classes have attacks from back facing, and so forth. But usually they're pretty bad for the bonuses and stuff. They got lower chances to hit and lower damages and stuff. Now the rogue class actually has a pile of things to handle from back facing. Like the rogue has like backflip and things, and so forth. So like the combat's actually coming along really well. So that's that's great, and I wanted to show that. I'm going the wrong way. I might put a compass into the game. Like I said, that little bit of a streaming lag, in the build, it's like totally gone, like completely. There's been, oh shit, what's going on there? What's going on there? But yeah, like the highlight, the levels, of course, there's shopping. There's another little kind of quest person here. But I'm still kind of building all that out, and of course the books and stuff like that. So I just wanted to kind of give you guys a bit of an update on that. Like the combat system actually coming along really well. It's still evolving to get a little more clear, a little more going in that aspect. But there is now a quest system, the world's getting bigger, the dungeons are getting a lot bigger, there's a lot more going in the dungeons, the dialogue system, and then the new way to kind of interact with various things. I've left myself open. I don't know if I'm going to bother putting it in, at least not right away, but to have like stealing things and possibly a criminal system as well. But anyways, I thought I would show that much anyways.